What's good, gentlemen? It's 2024. It's your girl, Winter, T.S. Winter. Yes, I do tour all over the place. If you want me to tour to your city, you just have to wait until I visit there. You can book me a travel deposit, $500 down. Depending on how many nights you want me to stay, the donation will vary. I would need a deposit up front so that let me know that you're serious. I can book my travel. It's only right for a real one. Happy New Year. Happy January. It's a new year. I'm happy. No, I'm not looking to be in a relationship, so stop asking me. I'm trying to get to know you. No, you're not. You guys is not trying to get to know me. Keep it a buck with me. We can go from there, and you would just have to book me as a escort. Escorting is a give and take relationship. Hi, HD Mafia. How are you? It's a real girl birthday, honey. I have graduated fully 100% into the queen honor. I'm 30. A real bitch 30. Trans woman, bitch. 30 fucking years old, and I'm just too excited and happy. This video, I just want to inspire my peoples, my trans women, my biological women, everybody, you know? Just appreciate the things that you have in your life. Even if you're not in the best position, you have to put in work. Whatever you're doing, you have to put in work. You're into hoodoo, voodoo, just starting a business, a new relationship, a friendship, everything you have to put in work for everything. Nothing is just not going to magically appear. Excuse me if this conversation is all over the place. I just turned on the camera on my birthday and I just wanted to talk. My first video of the new year. Bitch looking bomb as fuck. For all my people out there that is transitioning, make sure you take your transition seriously. Getting surgeries because of what you see other people on social media, that's not cool. You need to do what you want to do. Do you know transition is based on you? It's not even about a look. A look comes a part of it by you taking your transition seriously. The beauty, the hair, the nails, smooth, soft skin, hips, curves, titties, name change, all of that presentation, that just shows how much you take yourself serious as a woman. And for another girl, rushing, you don't want to rush because transition is a slow process. It takes time for everything. Going to the court to get your name changed, that you don't get that done in one day. It takes time. Scheduling appointments, getting a surgery date, everything takes time. But if you put your effort into it and work on it, you will get those things coming to you a lot sooner than later. So that's the goal, to be on your shit. It's a new year. You know, I kind of make somewhat some of these type of videos every year. This year, I want you guys to really focus on your transition, getting you together. If you need laser hair removal, go and get that. I'm not just talking and inspiring you guys. I'm talking about myself as well. I can't tell you guys to get up on your shit and put effort into your transition. I have to do the same thing. Appointments is being scheduled for me for my transition. Laser hair removal, surgery. Shit is getting done. You have to look at it this way. Why is I'm transitioning? Why do I want to transition? Why am I transitioning? I'm transitioning because I always felt that it was more to me than being a male, which is a woman. I always identified as a woman in my mind. This is who I am. This is my birthright. This is who I am. Regardless of what other people say, this is who God made me to be. God knows everything before it happens. You think he didn't foresee the future of me taking hormones, transitioning from male to female? It's meant. Start taking your transition serious. There's people out here that's cross-dressing, being labeled as a trans woman. And at this point, I'm like, should I even call myself a trans woman? Because there's people being identified as trans women. They're not even trans women. I'm not even trying to gatekeep this shit. There is certain criterias. that you need to fit to be a trans woman, just the same it is as a biological woman. I'm not a biological woman. I never will be, no matter how much I try or want to, which is I don't. You have to know the criteria that it fits to be a certain thing. Trans woman comes from in your mind, your mental, it's your spirit, your aura, your spirit. You have to put in the effort as well, right? Because if you is a male and you have a woman's spirit, that wouldn't make you a trans woman because you didn't put in the effort to fit that criteria, if you feel what I'm saying. You have to put in the effort. So the spirit is the most important. People like Flame Monroe, supposed to be like an older girl, older queen. I don't see them as a woman. I'm sorry, I do not. They may have titties, breasts, but their whole aura, demeanor, movements, everything screams, I'm a drag queen, I'm a cross-dresser, I'm a man. How do you transition from being a male to jumping into the trans woman lane? You go to these interview shows and you still calling yourself a he, she, a man. The reason why I keep saying TS, which, a trans woman, is because we have to be really particular, specific, because there is so many umbrella terms. Transgender is an umbrella term of so many things. Transgender is a tree. Trans woman, trans man is the branches and the leaves that's on the tree. So I have to keep saying that because it's different. All this stuff is different branches. I would say Flame Monroe could be on another branch, but he says he's a trans woman, and particularly people like me don't identify themselves as a man in no way, shape, or form. What's the fucking point of you? What's the point? What is the point? You just got a label on yourself at this point. Change my whole existence physically. Change my whole world, my whole life, to still refer to myself as the person that I used to be. That just defeats the whole purpose. Why are you doing this? So it screams imposter. But I also heard something recently from a good sister of mine. Her take on Flame Monroe. These girls get older and they get lazy in their transition. Either it's not working out for them, or they're just, they're just kind of over it, living up to the criteria of a trans woman in their earlier stages. But there's some people that wants to go backwards. That's not really a trans person. They just been living as it. So I think Flame wants to go backwards. So instead of him making himself a fool, out to be a fool, he just decided to stay however he is and live his he, she, we like type of lifestyle. The people that backtrack and detransition, they always have negative stuff to say about the whole trans community. It screams to me that that's what he's doing. The way he's talking about it, like he believed that, like he's serious about it. Some of the things he say is factual, but some of it is not. Trans people, if you watch him, you look up to him, you can do what you want to do. But that is not the direction that you want to go. It's not going to benefit you. I can just slack off on my transition. I can call myself a boy and a girl. Because sometimes I do like to put on jogging pants. Oh, so maybe I can just be a he and she. There's umbrella terms for that, but that's not a trans woman. If you want to really be factual, a trans woman pretty much is damn near every fucking thing a biological woman is without the naturalness of being birthed, the uterus and ovaries, without it being their natural form. That's pretty much, we're like that identical. We have more in common than not, if that makes sense. Not trying to compare, because I do know there is a fine line difference between natural born and trans women. And I respect it. Do I want to be a biological woman? Well, maybe if transition wasn't possible for me, then probably. But transition is possible, so I'm still able to be a woman through transgender experience. So no, I don't want to be. I don't want any children, ovaries and stuff. I don't care about that. As long as I'm living my life as a woman, presenting as a woman, I'm good. I got hormones pumping through me. Shit, that's pretty womanly to me. I look like a woman. I'm looking more and more like a woman over the days, months, and years. I don't have to mimic having a period in a uterus. That's just far fetched. Other than that, I'm her. I thought about making a video about Flame Monroe like months ago, and it was gonna be out of anger. I was gonna go ham on him, read him and all of it. But you know what? I'm just gonna be really ladylike. And I'm just going to say, no, Flame Monroe is not a trans woman. He can label himself as it all he want, but that is not a definition of a trans woman. And if it is, then maybe I need to rethink what my label is. The way stuff is going now, trendy, nowadays, this newer generation, we can mix everything. That's the thing. People want to mix everything. And there's a lot of trans women that can vouch for me. I'm not the only one that feel this way. I'm not the only one that feel the same way about Flame Monroe. He do have a backing behind him because he is a public figure. So he has the masses on his side because he's still referred to as a man, so they can agree upon that. He have a heap load of biological women on his side that is transphobic. So he has a little power. So bitches really don't want to speak up on Flame Monroe like that because the masses behind him. If I ever was in the same space with Flame Monroe, I would really ask him, like, what was your point of transitioning? Why do you call yourself a trans woman if you think we're a fake woman? Oh, still a man at the end of the day. No real trans woman thinks that way. If you think that way, you're in the wrong lane, sweetie. You can just cross-dress. When you start taking hormones, you need to be 100% for sure of yourself. You can call yourself any label in the world, but once you start changing your lifestyle to match that person you're saying that you are, start taking hormones, getting surgery, oh baby, this is beyond trendy. You need to be for sure. What a platform I have, small, big, medium, it doesn't matter. I'm going to have to promote that. I'm going to push it. And I will talk about it as much as I need to because somebody got to stand up for bitches like me. This is why they say that trans women, oh, trying to take over, trying to replace women. They're so sensitive. They're pushing it on us. It's really not that. Some bitches are doing that. Yes, they are. Let's keep it a buck. Yes, there is trans women in the media that the masses push on the people. Yes, they do. And it's usually the trans women that, you know, sound like Bob the Builder, not fully in their transition. They don't take transition seriously. You know, it's usually those type of people. But the average trans woman is not trying to replace. We don't need to replace. That's not necessary. That's really not. It's not possible and it's not necessary. There is a few trans women with platforms that talk their shit and they do a good job at it. Yes, they do. One more bitch to the mix is another bonus, and we need it. We have so much attention on us. We have the eyes on us now. More than before. Yes, there is some masses that's pushing hormones, surgery, commercials, makeup campaigns. They're not doing that for the love of us. Don't you ever think that, baby. These people that you see promoting trans women, putting us in movies and all of that. And good luck and shout out to them. They put in their work and they stuck by it to do those things. But don't you ever for a second think that these people is not going to replace us when the next big thing come around. I don't know what it will be after they move on from us, but right now, we're the hot topic because it's new to the world. What do you think years from now, when it's not the hot topic anymore, and they're not pushing getting surgeries, really going to try to stop us? There is people on our side that's fighting against it now, that's really fighting, so we do not be shunned from society. You know what making stuff worse? The people that's playing around with it, that's detransitioning, that's not serious. Insurance companies, you don't think they writing all that info down? They're going to make it extremely hard for this upcoming generation to be themselves. We probably going to have to be labeled as psychotic or something. Bitches may have to just move to a whole new country. I know one thing. I would never give up and I would never stop being me. My biological ladies, my man, all of you, gay men too, you all have a safe space here. HD Mafia, here on my channel, you have a safe space. I don't really dive too deep in trans women versus biological women because I don't really care about it, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm being so cocky. You know, if it doesn't really bother you, then you don't need to speak on it, you know? This is what we need to do. Be our true selves, not for trendy, not for conversation, just be ourselves because this is who we are. Put an effort into who you want to be, who you are. Keep your foot on these people's necks. Never let it off. Ma'am, sir. You paid it and walked out the grocery store. Like, fuck these hoes, they don't bother me. I totally get it, because I feel the same way sometimes. Like, bitch, you tried it, but I got better shit to do. I'm figuring about this shit in about 5 minutes. If you're not okay with saying ma'am, you don't need to say anything. We're not trying to force anything on the world. All we want to do is be ourselves, just like atheists, Satanists, the spiritual community, Jehovah's Witnesses, Buddhists, whatever the fuck you are. These people can do their stuff and don't have to be bashed for it. We just want to do us as well. Don't ever confuse respect with trying to force something on you. You can't force me to call you a ma'am. I see you as a man, you a sir. But you know I don't identify with that or agree with it. So you're going to create a problem and confrontation anyway. Why you just can't say thank you, have a good day? You don't have to say nothing. That is what the fuck respect is. And that is what we're fighting for. These people can rally up all they want. There's some powerful ass trans women out here that got a lot of motherfucking mouth. They got a lot of motherfucking bark. And a lot of heart. I'm one of many confident trans women, and there is a lot of trans women that's not confident. They need to have a battery and leash off another one's confidence, which is fine. Do what you want to do, what you need to do for your comfortability. But I want everyone to be empowered. Have your own power and your own battery. How do you think we even got this far that we at right now to even be having these type of conversations? Because we've been putting our foots on these people's necks, demanding our respect. I'm going to demand my respect until the last day on this earth. You know why? Not only just for standing up for myself. You just give up. When you don't fight for your respect, your motivation, you lose it. I would rather not exist if I was not going to have respect for myself and fight for my respect and just let these people do whatever and make me go backwards. It would be lights out for me. And I'm not never going there. It is not going to ever happen. The fight is what keeping me alive, basically. I know this is harsh, but I would rather be dead if I had to stay a male, living and presenting as a male. Because it was that deep, and it was pushing there. It was knocking at my motherfucking door. Having panic attacks every other fucking day. Crying, scared to go out to grocery stores, the corner store to get me a fucking Gatorade. Looking out the window 5 times to see who's outside if they may see me. Because I wasn't living comfortably in myself. Final draw for me was, why you not being yourself? The people, start living your truth right now. Because if you do not, you're not gonna last another fucking year. I wouldn't even care about nothing. So me as a woman, this is a second chance. This is life for me. Y'all don't even know how much motivation, drive, confidence, faith I have gained, activated inside of me by living in my fucking truth. Since I started living in my truth, I've been able to go any and everywhere. Even places that I would be least welcome. Hood men all over the place, grouped up at a store. I'm not getting in my car and pulling the fuck off unless I'm in harm's way, unless I feel like it's going to be dangerous or something. But I'm not, oh shit, this man up here, oh my. No, I probably would have did that before. Now, I have the confidence. I'm so confident in myself. I don't have anxiety, panic attacks, none of that shit. I go everywhere comfortably. I was having anxiety so much, it was a convinced thing for me and my doctors that it's a psychological problem. Like I thought it was just a part of me. It was a short-term thing. So not living in your truth can do a lot to you. If you are living in your truth, shit still can get hard. You're not where you want to be yet in your transition. That can put a lot of pressure on you. You can start to lose hope and motivation. Not trying to say like a flop transition, because no, but you would not care as much and you would stall yourself from being the woman that you want to be. Because of that can happen. You can become very stressed and depressed and lose yourself. Care about getting laser hair removal, not care about scheduling your appointments, not even taking your hormones. Life can fucking do that to you. Transition was one of the best things that has happened in my entire life. I had to fight. I had to pop myself in the head mentally a few times. Like, bitch, what is you doing? Don't get this comfortable yet, ho. You ain't 20 years in your transition yet, and you ain't got time to slack off, baby. No, you don't have to rush, but you need to put all your fucking effort into it, regardless of whatever you got going on. Once you get to your goal, you'll be so much happier. And another thing I want to say too, fuck all these haters. Fuck all these people that call you a brick. You a man, you don't look trans enough, you don't look a woman. Fuck all them. Do your shit and be proud and happy, have faith, and still work on yourself. Everybody have a starting point. Everyone ain't Fab and Barbie doll and Nicki Minaj. Everyone is not that. You have to grow, you have to work to get to those levels. Nicki Minaj didn't become the queen of rap overnight. That lady put in a whole lot of work in a studio, writing in her room for hours. She is one of the baddest bitches there is. Physical, look-wise, and she's intelligent. She has the money. She has the support. She has the looks. She has that drive. And people still tear her down. People call her old, fat, a flop. Baby, she's the highest selling female rapper there is. She's up there with the greats. Broke, she's this and that. That's let you know that people will say anything about you. I just saw an article a week ago. Y'all need to wake up. Nicki Minaj is not a black woman. She's not an American black woman. She's Trinidadian. So if the cis people is doing that to each other, they're not even including Nicki Minaj as a black woman, and she is a black woman. She's from Trinidad, but everything about Nicki Minaj is a black woman, and it's in her DNA. No, she may not She may not be American black, but she's a black woman. So if they can't even accept her for being one of them, what do you think they're gonna do to people like us? And Nicki Minaj gave me a lot of faith. That's why I rap about her and all of that and support her too. She is a natural born woman, and she got people out here trying to take her down, calling her every name in the book that she's not. If that ain't inspiration right there, she went against the odds during the hate train, against men bashing her, painting a bad picture of her, and she still thrived. That is fucking inspiration. And as far as YouTube goes for me, my inconsistency over so long, I have a lot of videos, but I have been very inconsistent. I have. Honestly, it's a lot of times I don't even want to record. I don't want to talk. I don't want to be bothered. I don't even feel like telling stories. I have those moments, y'all, because I am an introvert at heart. I can just be quiet and to myself all day, and it won't bother me in the least bit. I'm like so independent, and me being in a relationship that's challenging for me, but it's good because he's accepting. I'm working with him, and it's healthy. You know, it's very healthy. And someone that is willing to date me and care about me and support me, and I deal with other men, companionship wise. Wow, wow. I'm honored. I'm honored to have a man on my side that cares about me. I did not foresee this in my in my past. I did not foresee it because I wasn't even thinking about no man on that level. Y'all know I've been talking about that shit for a while. And I still have that independent and strong independent woman in me. That's in me. It ain't going nowhere because it's been built up off of so much of my life. It's been built. So that's not leaving. But I can share some space with him. Me being in a relationship now, you know, I have to manage my time way different than before. Way different. I can't be like super selfish. I have to indulge and to cater to. And I'm okay with it because I chose to. And I'm okay and I'm happy. I'm really, really happy. But besides that, getting my eating right, not eating so much sodium food, make sure I'm drinking the proper amount of water. When you're taking hormones, spirolactone T blockers decreases your stamina. It decreases your stamina, y'all. Sometimes barely drinking water, eating 3 times the amount of salt I used to. I feel so sluggish and fatigued that I don't even feel like doing a lot of shit. So much shit that I supposed to already been. Baby, this is why I'm inspiring you guys to be on your shit. If I would have went full-fledged the way I promote and not let fatigue and all that get to, but fatigue will do that to you, but you can change it. You can change it. It can be hard, but I have the willpower to change it, and I am changing it. That's why I have the motivation to do this video. Feeling those ways, you won't feel like doing nothing. How much money I have missed out on from clients, from not being up on it and feeling lazy. How much touring I done slacked off on. OnlyFans, YouTube videos. But it's okay because everything is a work in progress. I'm 30 years old. I'm out of my 20s. I'm out that partying stage, that wilding out, don't know what you want to do with your life. I'm out that stage. I'm grown woman status fully. Time to build an empire at this point. I don't have time to waste off in my life anymore. It's work time. It's time to get to work. And yes, I'm going to have fun. But that laziness, you can get away with it in your 20s. It just depends on you as a person. But you can get away with not caring about life and not taking stuff serious and procrastinating in your 20s. But when you 30 plus, no, you cannot. So with me saying all that, I told you guys, not gonna say too much on what I'm going to do. I'm just going to show you guys. You know, I'll probably say some stuff here and there, but it's action. It's action time from here, baby. Grown woman shit, queen shit. I love you, my babies. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Support a real bitch. Especially for the ones that say, get a real job. Oh, it's dangerous what you do. Well, if you run it up on here, this can be a job for me. But some of you don't really give a fuck. That's how you know people just say stuff. But when you reach out for aid and help, then bitches running. I already know how it go. But anyway, I love you, my babies. Take care, okay?